Welcome to the weekly live show Beyond Limits. I'm Melissa Hausmann, your host, where we explore the realms of business, entrepreneurship, startups, scaling, mindset, and crafting a career that you love. As a dedicated mom who took a leap to build her own business, I'm here to share my knowledge with the world. Join me in this journey as we delve into the unlimited possibilities in the world of business and personal growth. In today's episode, I want to talk about the 5 essential components of your business plan. If you are joining me live or catching the replay, I encourage you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil so that you can jot these down, jot down some questions, and really think about these 5 components deeply. This is a lot of deep pre-work that you need to do. It's crucial for you to do to have a successful business from day one. So the first thing that I want to encourage you to do is have a vision for the future. Okay, so this encompasses goal planning and looking out 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 5 years from now. Where do you want your company to be? And what are your overarching goals? Okay, so number one is having a clear vision for your future. If you haven't already done your goal planning for the year, I highly suggest doing a 3-month goal planning or 12-week goals. Okay, so these are quarterly goals. You're setting 4 goals over the course of the year, and you're breaking these down into 12-week action plans. I did another live on this topic, and I'll link it in the show notes for you to dive into if you need support on setting quarterly goals. But it's really crucial to have those goals for the year so that you are continuously working on a long-term goal for your future and for your business, okay? I want you to also think about goal planning beyond your first year of business. Where do you want this business to be in 5 years from now? Remember, you're starting a business. This is now, you're in the middle of a marathon, okay? This is not a sprint to the end. Most people aren't going to reach influencer status. It's going to be a slow grind and a slow build. So you need to set these goals. Statistics show that people who write down their goals and look at them every single day are 90 times more likely to reach those goals over the course of 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. Okay. Be in that top 90% by simply sitting down and thinking through what your vision is for the future, for your company, where you want to be in a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and create action plans for yourself to be able to get there. Every single year, you should be rewriting your yearly goals. You should be breaking those down into quarterly goals and into 12-week action items, and then on a weekly and daily level. Goals can change, action items can change, but your overarching vision for your future of your company should really be something that stays similar. It may evolve over time. It may grow with you as you improve in your skill set, but it really should be something that is a large goal that you're continuously working towards. I want to really encourage you to use LinkedIn, if you're not already, as a staple in your business for creating that vision for your future. LinkedIn has over 774 million users worldwide. Like, that blows my mind how many users there are worldwide. But only about 1% are posting daily. Okay, 1%. So while you might feel that you're seeing all of these creators out there and they're posting every single day, and there's people with way more followers than you or way more engagement than you, think about that bigger number, that bigger vision, right? That out of 774 million, only 1% are posting every single day and putting new content out there, trying to drive sales, utilizing the power of LinkedIn. This is a really untapped resource, you guys, and I really encourage you to just start and steadily improve every single day. It's that 1% improvement every day that's going to get you to the finish line that you desire over the course of several months, several years. Just know that for most of us, it doesn't happen overnight. For most of us, we don't go viral. Okay, for most of us, it's that steady climb that is doable by daily consistent actions. Okay, number two, you need to have a mission and a purpose for your business. Have you clearly written out a mission statement for your business? Have you clearly articulated your core values, what you stand for, who you want to help, how you want to help them? Okay, these are really critical components to think through. It's going to help you clarify who you are, what you do, who you serve, and how you support them. Okay, I really want to encourage you to think about your mission. What is your goal? How are you going to get to that goal? And to define those core values, you want to show up as your authentic self every single day. You want to work towards those core values in everything that you put out, every piece of content, every conversation. You want to show up as that authentic person and be able to express those values at the core of who you are and who your business is. Okay. How can you utilize LinkedIn to align with your mission and connect with professionals in your similar niche to develop meaningful relationships? Okay, so a couple of things that you can do when you're a new business owner, you want to connect with everybody you can. You want to search for people who have a similar niche as you. You want to search for people who are, a year ahead, 5 years ahead of where you are, and connect with them, engage with them, send them direct messages, meet with them, ask if you can have, a coffee chat with them. Don't feel bad about seeking support, finding mentorships, and really watching and learning from people who are already doing what you're doing, but are a couple of steps ahead. Okay, that's the whole nature of the game. You are going to be helping people who are 5, 10, 20 steps behind where you're at. Okay, and to do that, you also need to study people who are 5, 10, 20 steps ahead of where you are at. Maybe you're like an amazing expert in your field, in the area that you support somebody else in, but also maybe you're new at owning your own business. Okay, and so while you have all of the knowledge and all of the content already to be able to help somebody, you're not quite sure how to do that while also running your business. Okay, that's where building meaningful relationships on LinkedIn can really support your mission. It can support your purpose, and it can, ideally, it's going to grow your connections. It's going to start exposing you to more possibilities. One thing I really want to express is don't shy away from asking for support and asking for what you want. Okay, I actually attended a training this week, and one of the questions that came up was, how do I get more podcast opportunities? How do I get invited on more podcasts? And the lady who was running the presentation, she had a two-word answer, and I thought it was brilliant. Simply ask. Okay. If you're not asking for connections, if you're not asking for opportunities, for most of us, it's not going to just fall into our lap. Okay, so make sure you're asking for these things and you're out there actively supporting yourself, actively supporting your company, and actively working to engage and make sure you're not just taking from people, right? That you're also providing value back, even if that's a I am so thankful for the time that you spent with me, and I'm going to support you back by commenting every single day and supporting your content, right? Like that's something you can do, even if you can't offer them, something that you're currently selling, or if you can't offer them any advice or help because you're behind where they're at. You can support them still by engaging in their content and being a champion and a cheerleader for them. Okay, so never be afraid to ask somebody for help, and especially if it aligns with the mission and the purpose of your business. All right, number 3, you need to know your ideal client's profile. Okay, you need to identify your target audience, their demographics, their interests, and their pain points. When you are putting out your daily content, you're not just putting it out for yourself. Okay, we need to stop putting up all of these, these daily, inspirational quotes or random pictures of whatever, right? And start focusing your content to speak directly to your ideal client. Okay, this is again one of the amazing advantages of LinkedIn. You're able to put yourself out there, try a variety of different things to see, to start attracting and engaging your clients. And once you do, you need to do that deep market research and understand who they are, what they want, what their pain points are. And again, if you step back and you think about yourself, where you were at, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 3 years ago, what were the pain points that you had in the industry that you're servicing people in? And how can you speak directly to those people to call out their pain points and provide them support in the area that they specifically need help in? Okay, this is how you're going to continue to attract your ideal clients to your profile, is by speaking directly to your ideal client. You're not just going to be speaking to yourself or to people who are, ahead of you. The more you can focus your content and narrow it down, you've probably all heard that, like niche down, right? But I really truly think that's true. The more you can focus and narrow your content, the more you're going to speak to that ideal client. And remember, there's 774 million users on LinkedIn. So when you niche down and you narrow down your topic, yes, you're narrowing down the amount of people that you're talking to, but there's still so many people that have the specific need that you're servicing. Okay, so really focus your content towards your ideal client, towards their ideal their needs. And this is really going to help you with engagement and really going to help you find those ideal clients much easier. Okay, so number 4 is your pathway to profit. Okay, so you need to really think about, when you're building your business, developing a signature offer that is tailored to meet your ideal client's needs. I really recommend, if you're just starting out, to start with one offer and get really good at it and then build from there. I know it's so easy to want to offer, 5, 10, 15 things and get multiple revenue streams coming in as quickly as possible. But I really think that the business owner who can focus on making their signature offer the absolute best offer they can make is the business owner who's going to be able to scale much quicker. Okay. I recently read this book. Let me grab it actually. Sorry about that. I recently read this book. If you haven't read it, I really recommend it. This is 100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. It's a super quick read, you guys, but it has a lot of great content. And one of the things that I loved about the book is it talks about creating a grand slam offer and making that offer the absolute best offer you can make, to then attract your ideal clients, to solve their needs. and you want to go above and beyond in your initial signature offer. That's going to bring in more testimonials. That's going to bring in happier clients. That's going to bring in referrals. So when you can hone in and you can focus yourself on creating the strongest signature offer that you possibly can, offer as many bonuses, as many freebies, as many extras as you can in that single offer, it's going to skyrocket you in the future to be able to scale your business. Okay. One of the ways that you can use LinkedIn to showcase your offerings and your signature offer is to really optimize your profile. Okay, you want to have a standout banner, something with a call to action on it. You want to have a really clear profile photo where your face is, kind of front and center. You don't want to be too far back from the camera. You want to utilize your tagline by telling people in the first 45 characters exactly who you are, what you do, who you support. And the reason I say 45 characters is because if you're on your phone, which a lot of users use their phone, they're only going to see the first 45 characters of your tagline. Okay, so you want to make sure that your first 45 characters are the best parts of your tagline. So I support, X, Y, and Z, and then at the end you can put, who you are and what you do. But I really want you to focus on that area. And then I also want you to start looking at your featured section. This is where you can put a lot of information about your signature offer. You can drive people to your website. You can offer a free resource to generate leads. You can offer a free consultation call. Think about all of the different ways that you can drive people to your website or drive them into your signature offer by using LinkedIn. Another thing that you might want to consider is doing a LinkedIn Live like I'm doing, or doing a LinkedIn audio event. Those generally get a lot of traction. A lot of people enjoy listening or watching your live shows. And that's another way that you can funnel people from LinkedIn to your signature offer and create a stronger pathway to your profit. Okay. You also want to highlight any success stories that you've had. Share out your testimonials as posts every now and then. Ask people to fill out the recommendation section at the bottom of your profile page. So when people are scanning and looking at you, they can see these amazing testimonials. If people write things in your comments that are super supportive and maybe that you've helped them in a certain way, take a screenshot of that and paste it onto your website. These are all different ways that you can utilize LinkedIn to drive profit for your business. And then number 5 is attraction and sales. So a staggering fact that I recently learned is that 80% of B2B leads come from LinkedIn. 80%, you guys, it's amazing. Hey, LinkedIn, again, is such an untapped resource, and 80% of leads come from LinkedIn versus these other social media sites. So I strongly encourage you to rethink your business if you're not utilizing LinkedIn as your number one platform, and you can keep your other platforms, right? Because you're going to generate leads from those other platforms. But LinkedIn is so powerful. This is a site that has a lot of thought leaders, a lot of business leaders, people who are, professionally oriented, that are looking to further their skills and enhance their career. Okay, this is a really positive way to attract people to then generate sales for yourself and for your business. Okay. Another thing I want you to think about is, are you pricing your offers for what you are worth? Okay. You want to think about your worth is not just a dollar value, but also how are you helping other people? Are you saving them time? Are you improving their business model? Okay, so you're going to take price uh, and the support that you're providing and package that into the pricing of what you offer. I also want you to think, what is your yearly salary goal? Okay, maybe it's $100,000. Just going to throw that out as an example. And then how many offers do you have? Do you have one offer? Do you have two offers? Okay, maybe you have two offers. And then I want you to calculate how many people will I need at each of those offers to reach my $100,000 goal. Okay, there might be a bunch of different options. Maybe you need 5 people in one-on-one, and maybe you need 20 people in a group package, or whatever it might be. And then think about, gosh, if I increase my price to this amount, how many less people would I need to reach my revenue goal? Or maybe my pricing is way too high and I'm not getting clients to come in. If I lowered my pricing, how many clients would I need? Okay, so you really need to start thinking through the pricing that you have, the revenue goal that you want to reach, and how many clients you're going to need in order to reach those goals. This will help you identify your pricing, and if you need to increase your prices, if you need to lower your prices. Another thing that I recommend doing is, again, look at people in your niche who are a couple years ahead of you. What does their pricing look like? What are they offering in their services? Do they have any grand slam ideas that they're offering that would cost you very little to add to your package to make it much more valuable to your ideal clients? Okay, all of these things need to be thought about when you're pricing your offer to make sure you're providing the most value to your clients, but also creating a revenue stream for yourself that is going to get you at your end goal. Okay. Um, let's see. Again, like, you need to just price yourself for what you're worth. You don't want to underprice yourself or overprice yourself, but I strongly encourage you to think about all of the things that I've shared today and really process your offer. How can you make it better? How can you strengthen it? What can you add to it? Maybe you can say, I'm going to offer you unlimited email support through the package that we are through the time that we're working together. Maybe you are going to say, I'm gonna meet with you in person. Like, if that's something that you're able to do. That would bring immense value to some people who would prefer to meet you in person. Maybe you can say that you're going to do a half-day workshop virtually with just them, right? These are things that will take your time and your energy, but will be immense value for your clients. But it's not going to cost you extra money to give to them. So think about those different types of things, and if you can improve your packages to then increase your sales to reach your revenue goals at the end of the year. Okay. I also want you to think about how often are you connecting with people on LinkedIn? How often are you sending direct messages in LinkedIn? How often are you asking people to meet with you? Or what are your statistics for converting a call to a sale? Okay, all of those things can be calculated out so that you can, again, make sure that you're pricing yourself at an accurate pricing point. All right, so we covered 5 concepts today, 5 essential components for your business plan. A lot of these things are upfront work, things that you should know before you go, okay? And if you haven't thought all of these things through and you're already running your business, that's okay. But it's time for you to pause and go back and do that deep work so that you can improve in these areas. And then as a result, increase your leads, increase your sales, and improve your own life. So again, number one, do you have a vision for the future of your company? Number two, have you clearly articulated your mission and your purpose? Number three, do you know who your ideal client is? Have you identified who they are? Do you know their pain points? Are you speaking directly to them in the content that you put out? Number four, do you have a pathway to profit? Do you have a signature offer? Is it a grand slam offer? Can you add things to it to make it much better? And number five, do you have an attraction and a sales strategy mapped out? Do you know what are you pricing your offers at the right area? Are you converting the number of leads that you need to convert? If not, then you need to have more sales calls, okay? You need to map out how many calls do you need to reach your revenue goals for each month, what your conversion of each of those sales are, and potentially increase that call volume so that you can hit your revenue goals, okay? I hope that you have gained a lot of value from today's talk. I hope that you took a lot of notes today. As always, thank you so much for those who were able to join me live. Thank you to those for catching the replay. I really want to encourage you to check out the show notes today, grab all relevant freebies and links. And as a last shout out, I'm hosting a free webinar next week on some of these topics and more. It's a way to be able to kickstart your business to your first 100K or your next 100K if you've already hit that income goal. I can't wait to see you there. There's a link to register in the show notes. Thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful and a blessed week.